Hi guys and welcome to episode 3 of my Bournemouth career mode. To start off the episode, I went and hired a new youth scout, since it was recommended in yesterday's comments that I do so. I went for another 5-star, as I only want the best in this career mode. I decided to send him to Scotland, just to get some more UK talent. I did consider hiring a third and final youth scout, but since there wasn't a 5-star one available, I decided not to. On the last episode, there were some players recommended in the comments section that I should try and sign. I've added them to the shortlist and set for them to be scouted. If you have any suggestions on players you think I should sign, leave them in the comments down below. I also changed my scout instructions to look for a new goalkeeper, as I feel like Ramsdale is a good young goalkeeper who can remain a second choice, but I need a new, higher rated, more experienced goalkeeper so that we concede less goals. Before I get into the first game of the episode, I'll get an update on how the youth academy is doing. I also get a scouting update of more potential players that could join the youth academy. Unfortunately, in this update, there's only one player that meets the 94 max potential criteria I set myself. Before we went into a massive game at the Emirates, I got a message from Philip Billing saying that he wanted to play instead of Cook as he thought it was a massive game. As I've said in previous episodes, I like it when players do this, when they tell me they want to be given a chance. So I do it. I put him in the starting 11 instead of Cook. And we didn't get a great result at all. We got thrashed 4-0 at the Emirates. A very devastating result. Billings says how he is disappointed about the result. I just tell him he needs to keep working hard to get his morale up. But after that performance, I needed to get him back out of the team. I also decided to give Aaron Ramsdale another go after that bad result, especially as he's already grown to 73 rated. And then we get a 1-1 draw, definitely not as bad as a result as last week. Another point on the board. I then get a message from Arnott saying that he needs to have some more game time. It is tough for my wingers in this team, as that's definitely a position where we have the most quality and depth. And at the moment he's competing with Ryan Fraser, so it is going to be tough to give him some game time. Before we got into the massive derby against Watford, I had my second ever press conference as Bournemouth manager. I have faith in Ryan, so I told the media he was going through a rough patch. That answer really improved Ryan's morale. I then said that it's going to be tough for us to turn this season around. Well, it will be, but I still believe we'll be able to finish higher than we currently are, especially after the January transfer window, where we have a decent budget. I then say heading into this Watford game that performances need to be better. Well, it's very true, because we've had a lot of bad performances this season, and this is a massive derby game. I gave Arnott his start for this game, as I usually do when a player requests, but I didn't bench Ryan Fraser for him, especially after giving him that morale boost in the press conference. And we narrowly lost 1-0. I guess you can't be too annoyed with that, away from home, but it is a big derby that's lost. After the game I got some more youth scout reports, and my first one from Scotland. Well, did give me one play at least. And I was fortunate to have quite a few from England this time. I did forget to mention, but in the Watford game, Francis played right back as Smith was suspended. But heading into this United game, I put Smith back in. I also used a bit more rotation, putting Chris in at centre back and Brooks back in at right wing. Unfortunately, the recording didn't actually work for the United game, and we also lost 3-1. Not the worst result against such a big team, but it's just annoying really that the recorder didn't work. We then had a very big and winnable fixture at home against a lower league opposition in Newcastle. A win really would have sent us up the table and far away from the relegation zone. I named a unchanged side for the United game. And we got a massive 1-0 win, Joshua King with the only goal. And what's even better is it's actually away from home and not at home like I said earlier. Heading into the next game, Billing once again requested that he got given a start, and I once again granted it to him instead of Lewis Cook. And we once again lost with Billing on the pitch, 3-1 against Wolves. Good to see Ryan Fraser again on the score sheet though. I then got some really bad news that Joshua King was going to be out for 8 weeks with an injury. That does mean that Solanke is probably going to be starting the next 3 games, who in real life actually just scored his first goal for Bournemouth against Luton in the FA Cup. Heading into the game against Spurs, Steve Cook wanted to go back into the starting lineup. As I usually do, I gave him his request, and I also had to get Joshua King out of the squad completely. And we lost 3-2, not a bad result at all away from home against such a good opposition. I then received some more bad news that Adam Smith was now injured for 2 months. We'd been quite lucky until now with injuries, but now we've had 2 massive blows. I also got some more youth scout reports and got to add a couple of players to the academy. I then get a message from Arnott saying that he's not happy with the amount of game time he's been getting and wants to leave. It's been quite tough for him to get game time with the depth and quality we have on the wings. So I gave him his wish, I put him on the transfer list, and I'll accept the first offer, or the first decent offer that I'll get for him. It shouldn't affect the squad too much him leaving, even though he's a great player. As I said, we do have great depth on the wings. To end off the video, the players I showed at the start have now been fully scouted. Remember, if there's any players you think I should sign, tell me in the comment section down below. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and peace.